Hey guys, in this Elden Ring video, I'm going to give you my revised New Game Plus Arcane Strength Blood Uchigatana Katana Seppuku build. The Uchigatana is a katana that has strength scaling at D and dex scaling at C, and it also comes with a natural blood loss buildup of 45. This build uses a plus 25 Uchigatana equipped with the Ash of War Seppuku with the Blood affinity that raises the attribute scalings 1 grade, changing strength from a D to a C and dex from a C to a B, and also adds Arcane into the mix at D. This build is a straightforward melee combat build that doesn't rely on any magical ranged attacks and is great for fighting bosses. My stats for this build without any equipment or enhancements are: my Vigor is at 50, my Mind is at 35, my Endurance is going to be at 40, my Strength is at 50, Dexterity is at 30, Intelligence is at 20, Faith is at 45, and Arcane is all the way up to 60. For my Finger Seal, so I can cast incantation buff spells, I'm using the Golden Order Seal. When it comes to the equipment for this build, I'm going for a sort of Ronin warrior look, using Akina's mask, which also adds a few points to dex along with the other Ronin armor set. For talisman, I used the Rotten Wing Sword Insignia for more attack power with successive attacks, the Lord of Blood Exaltation, which raises attack power when blood loss is in the area, Marika's Sword Seal for increases to Mind, Intelligence, Faith, and Arcane, and the Star Scourge Heirloom for a 5-point increase to my strength. Now, depending on the situation I'm in, I'll trade out Marika's Sword Seal for a couple of different talisman. For zone clearing, I will instead use the Taker's Cameo, an item that restores health after defeating enemies. If I'm on a particularly difficult boss fight or an area where there are enemies that won't die in one hit and I can chain together successive attacks, I'll use the Godskin Swaddling Cloth so I can get back some health with each attack. When it comes to incantations, I use my standard 3, Golden Vow for increased attack and defense, Blessing of the Erd Tree for healing over time, and Flame Grant Me Strength for more physical attack power. Other spells would be zone or boss specific buffs that grant protection for whatever element I happen to be fighting. In my mixed physic, I use the Strength Knot Crystal tier for a temporary buff to strength, along with the Thorny Crack tier to boost successive attack power. How I use this build in combat is a pretty basic dodge and counter strat. For zone clearing, I use all 3 of the standard buff spells along with Seppuku Ash of War. This makes it easier to take down any normal enemy, dodging their attacks and striking back with slashes of my own. I sometimes like to wait for them to close the distance and then time a heavy attack just right to one-shot lesser enemies. For more powerful enemies and bosses, I use the added power of the mixed physic and do more of the same, though I add in jumping attacks and find ways to chain in successive attacks, normally on bosses after they finish a heavy attack. Alright, and that's going to be it for this quick build video. If this video was helpful to you in any way, shape, or form, please do not leave without leaving a like. And if you have any questions about this or anything else Elden Ring related, please drop those questions down in the comments. My name is Ventus. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Catch you next time. Peace out.